It is another edition of The Spice on Flow FM TV. Flow FM TV is the place to be. Do well to subscribe at Flow FM TV.
Subscribe and you get notifications anytime we upload a new video. I don't think you'd want to miss that for anything. As always, you are locked in with the sensational one, baby boo and queen of the airways, Favor. We're gonna give you 2 seconds to sub to the channel. Alright, let the countdown begin. 1, 2. Alright, just do well to sub, also like and share. We'll appreciate your comments too. Drop your comments, that way we get to know how you feel about our videos.
Your contributions matters a lot.
Most definitely.
The Spice. The Spice.
Well, today on The Spice, we're going to be looking at something quite interesting. I bet you're not going to see this coming.
Yeah.
Why do women cheat?
Hey, why do women? I think I've gotten into a whole lot of conversations, and the male folk are more like, I just can't understand why women cheat. I give her everything she needs, but she still cheats on me. And we want to bring you up to speed with why this is usually the case.
Yes. So why do women cheat? Number one on our list is plenty. There are a lot of reasons why women cheat.
Well, I think they're just going to narrow it down to
a very few.
Maybe 7 or 8.
Yes,
as the case may be.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then when you look at it this way, there are a whole lot of reasons why women cheat. Yes, and men always, like Favor said, they find it hard to believe that someone that they've spent so much on, time, energy, and all whatnot, on that person would actually cheat on them. But then, one of the reasons women cheat is because they feel unappreciated. Do you know what it is to actually feel unappreciated? Most especially if you're like married or just, you know, you've had the relationship for quite a while now. They feel unappreciated, they feel neglected, they feel ignored. They just feel that, oh, I'm just there to help you wash, clean, and cook. I'm just there to give you money. I'm just there to, you know, but then you're not treating me the way you first met me. You're not doing all the things that you did when you first met me. And it's really driving me crazy. But then I have somebody at the background giving me all the attention, and then they just move straight to that person. That person compliments them, you know, oh, you're looking good today, thank you. Meanwhile, your man did not tell you are looking good today. You now start feeling, this man doesn't even appreciate me. You cook for him, he doesn't say, the baby, this food is sweet too. But then you just give somebody small buns, and the person will say, baby, you made these buns very delicious. Meanwhile, your man that you have been giving vegetable soup in the house did not even appreciate your vegetable soup. All these things will actually add up to you feeling unappreciated, neglected, and ignored, and then you start giving another person all your love and care, and before you know it, you're cheating on your partner without even knowing it. And the problem is that as women, we don't even voice it out. We don't say, I cook, you not like them, you not talk. Is there too much salt? Did Lord come to visit us, you know? But you will not say it, or you just be putting it in your mind that this man never appreciates my food. Then tomorrow, one boy appreciates your food, that you're giving him all the love and care and cheating on your man. I feel that the solution to this particular thing is say it
the way it is. If
you are feeling unappreciated, if you're feeling ignored, if you're feeling neglected, say it. Open your mouth and talk. 2 things involved. Is either he will change, or he will keep ignoring you. Then you know that you don't have any place in that relationship.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think just like you rightly said, people they need to start learning how to be very vocal in their relationships. And when you're not vocal, or when you don't properly express yourself, you have a whole lot of built up emotion or anger or anything. And you know, some women actually, they do talk, but when they talk to you and you don't listen to them, or you don't act on what they have complained about, it becomes a problem. For somebody like me, if I talk and talk and talk and it's not really working, I tend to go back into my shell.
Wait, it depends on how you even said it. You know, there's a way there are different ways of saying something that is bothering you. Baby, you don't like my food. This kind of food that I wash and cook, you don't like it, you cannot even say. You're looking as if you're quarreling with the man. But when you come and say, baby, is it that this food is not sweet? You did not even say you like it or not.
Some people don't really have that kind of patience.
The man will have an answer for you.
Yeah,
when you come aggressive.
It depends. You know, it depends though. It depends. There are some people, like when you reject their food, they might want to make excuses for you as to why you rejected the food, or as to why you're acting the way you're acting. It doesn't necessarily have to do with food or anything, right? It could just be
anything, like you don't like the way I'm dressed, you don't like my hair,
now,
and all of that.
Sometimes women try to make excuses for you. It could be that you're stressed up at work. It could be that, you know, you're just not in the mood and all that. But then it's always at the back of her mind that your attitude towards her is changing. So this is why we advise that anytime you feel any type of way in your relationship, always talk about it. And it's not just enough talking about it.
Open your mouth.
Always act on whatever it is that your partner complains about. Make conscious efforts to change. It is very important. Anyway, another reason why women tend to cheat on their partners is because they crave intimacy. They crave intimacy. Now, relationships, just like Flavor said in his music, Ebidosionato.
Yes.
Hey, oh yeah, darling. Ebidosionato. After like maybe a year or two into the relationship, you start to realize that the intimacy somehow begins to drop. It is left for you, or it falls on both of your shoulders to invent ways you can always spice up your relationship, right?
Yeah.
But for some people, they just don't have that kind of stamina. Like, the intimacy is dying, it is dying. They seek for, you know, intimacy somewhere else. And when a woman lacks intimacy in her relationship or marriage, and somebody else tends to be gravitating towards her outside the relationship or outside the marriage, she easily, if it's not somebody who is strong enough, man,
she'll just leave you.
That is,
and she will jackpot.
The chances are so high. The chances are so high. So make sure you give it to your woman anytime she wants it. Not like anytime she wants it, but then always be. It's not about sex all the time. Intimacy is not about sex. There are so many ways you can be intimate with your woman, right? So create time for each other. Spend time together. You can actually go on vacations, weekend getaways. Let her have that feeling of intimacy.
As a man, even when you notice that the intimacy is going down, initiate some of these things. You know, go back to that place where you guys met and try to bring back that fire, that spice that was in your relationship before. I bet you your woman will not look at another person, because this is one of the reasons why they actually cheat, because they feel that this man is not intimate enough. But then somebody that is just giving them small green lights, it's not even shining green, it's shining amber. They feel that these amber lights will shine green when they enter, and they will just go leave you and follow that person. So what are we saying in essence? If you notice all of these things as a man, bring it out and spice it up. And ladies, if you also notice that the intimacy level in your relationship is going down, you could initiate some of these things. It takes two to tango, not just your man
about it.
Okay?
Communication is always the key.
You know how men see us as chronic cheats. Someone said today that if there were no women cheating, men would not have multiple girlfriends.
Or multiple partners.
So it sheds a bad light on us actually as women. So dear women, let somebody not be telling us this type of thing.
A lot of people don't actually understand women cheat. Women cheat.
They do, but then the men actually help us.
They do cheat, and the reasons are so outrageous.
Yeah.
For a lot of men, they cheat because they just want to cheat, probably get a quickie there, here and there, and all that. And their emotions sometimes might not really be attached. Do you understand? They might not get their emotions involved. But for a woman that wants to cheat, sometimes her emotions are always on the line. A woman wouldn't cheat with somebody who she does not have emotional connections with.
Yeah.
That is where it is dangerous. But a man can actually do that.
The spice. The spice.
Lonely. I am so lonely. I have nobody. On my own.
Let's behave. I think we need to behave ourselves now, please.
Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Well, it is a spice, and we're spicing up your life right now. Next up on our list is loneliness. Loneliness is one of the reasons why your woman will leave you. Cheat on you, cheat, still come back and stay lonely with you.
I know a lot of people are wondering, where is that song coming from? Why? That is actually the reason, or this is actually one of the reasons why. Loneliness, being in a relationship and feeling lonely.
Yes.
You can cheat in that kind of relationship. It can be mentally and psychologically draining.
Yes,
me,
yes, it can. Because if you're in a relationship and you're feeling you are not in a relationship, you hear other people talk about how their relationship is going for them, sweet, sweet, sweet. Then you are in a relationship, oh, you are feeling like you are an island. You don't even have a man. Men, please do not make us feel lonely. Be there for your woman. It's not just about sex. It's also about being there, doing activities with your partner, doing things that would actually spice up your relationship, okay, and make your partner not to feel so lonely. And also talking, cracking jokes, playing. Remember to call them on the phone all the time. Yes, SMSs if they don't pick the call. Send messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of them. Send messages. They should see you everywhere. Let us not feel lonely. I mean, if you are in all these places every day, do you think she will have the thoughts?
You're all up in her business all the time. All up in her business.
Yes.
The thoughts wouldn't come to her.
Because as she wants to dial her phone and say, let her call one John. She not see your message. Tum, baby, how you doing?
A lot of people can stay for 2 days without talking to their partner.
Imagine.
They stay for 3 days without talking to their partner. Sometimes you call them, they don't even respond. They call you back and be like, oh, I forgot, I was busy. What are you talking about?
I was supposed to be in a relationship.
You know, I'm supposed to be in a relationship, and at the same time, you don't get that feeling that you're in a relationship. What are we doing?
Stop it.
You know, if in that kind of situation, your partner cheats on you, are you really going to hold it against her because you have failed in your responsibility? And the truth is, this thing called intimacy and friendship, there are levels to it. How you are in the first 6 months of your marriage is not how you should be in the 1 year of it should be a natural progression. The intimacy should keep growing. But in a situation where you realize that, oh, it just keeps dwindling and you guys are not making
something wrong.
Something is just wrong somewhere, you know. So
you start to get, the woman starts to get attention from somebody who is even giving her small green lights. It's not even green, amber.
Small green light.
To be showing amber, and then you think when I enter it to not be showing green.
All these Yoruba and Igbo demons, and that's just about the time they show up.
They will now be
that
there.
Attention,
quality attention.
Give you attention like this, and you'll be wondering, ew, Jehovah God.
Seriously.
They will come and shatter your heart and be going. So, but then just ensure that you look out for your women, make them feel loved. It is very important.
But it's not like we're making up excuses as to why we cheat, because someone will be looking at us and saying, so now don't they give us excuse now?
But no. Just in case you're wondering why women cheat, this is one of the reasons why.
It will help you understand why they cheat. Now you are going to assess your relationship afterwards and say to yourself, okay, I think I am having 10 over 10 in all of these things that they have mentioned. So I know that yes, my partner is not supposed to cheat on me.
And we're actually helping you, the men, to step up your game. Step up your game, right?
We want to come and we actually be on your game.
All right, next on our list is way too many expectations. Women are dramatic. We are drama dolls, right? We have sometimes unrealistic expectations whenever we get into a relationship, but then I think it is something that can always be worked on. But whenever you show a woman that, oh, this is what you can do, what makes a woman even fall for you in the first place is how you come at her, how you show her how special she is to you, how important you show her that she is to you, and then she falls head over heels in love with you, only for you to just boom. And the love and affection disappears into thin air. Come on now.
Seriously?
You know, there are expectations she's got of the relationship, and if she's not seeing it, that is a major problem. Sometimes the expectations can be unrealistic. Sometimes the expectations are normal. These are normal things that should be expected of a relationship, a good, healthy relationship. So in a situation where she's not seeing this, it's a problem, and there's every tendency that she's going to cheat.
And that's why at the beginning of the relationship, in fact, when you start to be all up in her business, all up in her face, trying to get her heart and woo her, make sure you're not setting this very high standard for yourself, so that at the end of the day, when she decides to be in a relationship with you, she now sees that all the things that you were doing and all you know, all the gold you were showing was not glittering. It wasn't gold. Yes. So please, dear guys,
And men know how to do that.
oh,
They won't catch woman like this. They'll be all
They'll
lovely.
be all-
When
sure
you
not
don't
stay
finally,
gold.
when you don't finally catch the woman like this, you will just be like, say, oh, I don't see finish, go
go
enter.
enter. So when you don't meet a certain expectation, the woman tends to look outside. She tends to cheat on you because someone is already giving her all those things that she is looking for. If you have set a standard for yourself, it's hard. Maintain that standard and be there all the time. But then always be real. Let the woman know that this is you. And
This
when
is
the
you,
standard is
and that you are subject to
change.
change.
You're a human being, you're subject to change. So she understands this. And whenever she wants to look outside, she will remember that he's human and I am also human.
You know, I think I need to point this out, right? A lot of people express themselves differently. Women have, I might see that your husband is the kind of person who is very active on social media. He loves to post your pictures. He loves to write, lovely messages on social media.
And then I'm wanting,
whereas my man is not like that.
It's a private
He might not
person.
really be the kind of person that loves to be all outgoing on social media or write sweet stuff. But I know through his own little gestures that he really loves me. But then I'm trying to put him in this position where he'd have to post my pictures. Now that is unrealistic. Because you know this is how this person is, and trying to, you can have that conversation, honey, if you do this, I'd really appreciate it. Sometimes they might decide to step out of their way to do it for you just because they want to make you happy, but that is not who they are, right? So understanding your partner's language is key. That's number one. Understanding your partner's language is key. And once you do this, you might not really have, those unrealistic expectations of them because you already know that this is how they are.
And dear ladies, please stop having unrealistic expectations. Be very real with yourself. Come down to today's era of 2020 where things are a little bit imago. Well,
Okay.
that brings us to the next point, which is materialistic. Being materialistic. A lot of men complain about how women are materialistic and they want you to have cars and they want you to have houses and they want you to take them to Dubai and go buy them phones, the big phones and all of that. Who doesn't like good things? Guys, you also like those things, don't you?
Of course.
And if they give you those things, won't you take?
Of course you will.
So sometimes being materialistic is actually what makes a woman to cheat, because her man is not giving her all those beautiful things, those luxuries of life that she actually craves for. But then there's another man who will give her that, and then the father of the man will also give her that, and then the grandfather of the man will also give her that. So she will just have
you just continue.
she just has you at the side, but then she also has the other guys giving her all of that.
All of them side dudes.
Yes, so sometimes a woman who is materialistic would definitely cheat on you, most especially when you're not providing all those material things that she needs.
Emphasis on a woman who is materialistic.
Now, there is a difference between a woman who is materialistic and a woman who likes good things.
Yeah.
A woman who likes good things will work hard to get those things for herself because she actually wants to, put in her worth, and she wants you to know her worth in that relationship. But a woman who is materialistic would just look for ways to get those material things for herself.
However she gets it, she does not really
She doesn't care. She doesn't mind jumping father, son, grandfather, grandmother, everybody. She doesn't mind as long as she gets all those things that she wants. That's a materialistic woman. And because she's materialistic, she will definitely cheat. It's also a red flag in a relationship.
It's a red flag, yes.
If you realize that your partner is materialistic, the best bet is for you to run away. Because if you remain in that relationship, it's either you continue to complain about how materialistic she is, or you deal with it.
All right. I think giving is an important aspect of love.
Yes.
Right? In a relationship
It's
where
actually a love language.
It's a love language. In a relationship where two people don't, give, then something is wrong.
Something's wrong.
Women naturally expect their men to meet up to certain needs of theirs, right? And in a situation where that's not happening, they be like, they begin to question your love for them. That's just the truth. They begin to question your love. Even a woman who is rich, who's got everything going on for her, she has certain expectations of you. They have money. But they want to eat your own money. They want to spend yours. You have to give it to them. It's a love language.
Do you know your partner might just be craving for chocolates and she says, baby, I want to eat chocolates. And then you refuse to buy. Then she goes out and one man mistakenly just buys her chocolates. Yeah? And then tomorrow she follows him. Becomes a problem.
Now, a woman, you know, I loved how you emphasize on materialistic women.
Not all women are materialistic.
There are people like that. There are women who work for their money.
Yes.
And whatever you give them, they kind of argumentative with whatever it is that they're getting. The main reason why they're in the relationship is not what they can get from you.
It's actually,
right? But at the same time, there are expectations.
Yes.
There are expectations.
So if
I am your responsibility as much as you are my responsibility, you know, and giving, nobody has the monopoly of giving.
Yes.
I can give my man and you can also give me. Right? So giving is an important aspect of relationship. Just like Bibi rightly said, it's a love language. So materialism is one of the reasons why women cheat, just like we rightly pointed out.
And if you find this in your relationship, two things involved. Is either you stay and deal with it or you walk away.
Okay.
No one is forcing you. It's not a do or die affair, please.
All right. Next on our list is too much availability. You know, when a woman is too available, you have way too many guys you talk to.
I'm available. Call me. I'm available.
You're just too available.
I'm available.
You exchange. You give every Tom, Dick, and Harry your number when you are in a serious relationship. Like,
come on.
When you are in a relationship that is leading to marriage, like you're sure of this person, you know that okay, it is the both of you in this. Still yet, no respect whatsoever. You are available. You tend to hang out with guys way too many times. You pick calls. See,
you go and
when you
go and drink ice cream. You go and do this. You go and do that with different men.
When you have way too many distractions, there is every tendency that you would sleep with one of them, one or two of them, as the case may be.
Yeah. Over availability is a problem.
It is.
You pick different calls, you're on the bed with your man, and then you are even about to do the do, and then somebody's calling you. You answer John's call, you answer Emeka's call, you answer Ifeanyi's call. Everybody's calling you. In fact, I'm not saying it's wrong for you to have male friends. Yeah, I'm saying it is wrong for you to be excessively available for all those male friends.
Everything should be in moderation.
Yes.
And it shows lack of respect too.
Exactly. Really at the end of the day, you might end up having sexual relationship with these other friends. It might be harmless at the beginning, but then you might just put yourself in trouble.
Flip the script, and I don't think women will tolerate a lot of female folks calling their man.
If your man has so many women calling him every day, Ada will call him, Chineye will call him, Nancy will call him, Sharon will call him, Salah will call him. He's just answering female call. Name. Tell yourself the truth. Will you be happy? So that's the same way it applies to the men. I know you. I know us. No, I know you. I know us women. We will remove wig, tear shirts. We will
table
fight.
Manners.
No table manners. Hey. We will throw away our home training.
And in this situation, you realize that it's not only the head of the fish that is rotten, but the entire body
is rotten.
Is rotten.
So what are you not saying? If you are doing all of these things and your man is tolerating them, you are lucky. Stop it. Stop it. Stop being excessively available.
Matter of fact, when your man tolerates things like that, he's not into you. If he does not complain about how available you are, how too available you are, or how many, he's not jealous about it. If he's not into you.
And that brings us to the final point for today. It's the fact that the woman, us women, might not be getting enough sex. You might just not be giving her enough.
You're not hitting the spot. A lot of men, you just do, you come, you've come. You don't care if you've come. Hey,
you don't care.
You always do that one.
I remember one time I was listening to a radio program, not here in the West, and a woman called in. It was actually all this midnight love program and relationship program.
Okay.
And she called in to say that the problem she has with her husband is that whenever he wants to have sex, he will just hit her leg. Yasu. And she will yas. And when he's done,
oh my God,
he will hit her again. And then she will close.
Yes, okay. Yes, okay. Let's do the do. And once it's done,
she will put you. And
after
then
they don't vibrate, they'll just come back.
exactly.
Hey.
And then she was complaining like she doesn't enjoy sex since she got married to the man. That's their sex language. Yes. And then he will yes. When he's done. That she's not having enough.
God.
The man doesn't even care if she
imagine
orgasms at all. He's the only one that does the when would the woman do her own when?
So imagine if somebody like that walks into the arms of a man that gives her attention or knows how to get her in the mood.
Even
to
if
have
he just
sex.
whispers into her ear, she will come.
Oh my God, like really, this is in fact, if not the only reason why a lot of women cheat.
Yes.
This is one of the most viable reasons why a woman will cheat on you when you don't hit the spot.
Did you
or
say
when you're
most
very
viable?
It is.
It is a very important reason. Like if she complain like this in the women's courts, we might find you guilty.
And baby boo, yeah, women are trained in such a way that they are not to express themselves sexually.
Yes.
Just my husband, just come do what you want to do and off you go. Sometimes when a woman is not satisfied, she doesn't say it. But I'm glad that things are beginning to evolve. Women are beginning to be very vocal about what they want sexually, right? And lots are still finding it difficult to see if they can get to that point. But then, if you suspect that your woman is cheating, as a man, you need to check your sex game.
You need to check your sex.
Check your sex game. It's
First
very
of all,
possible
your sex
that
game
you're
has
not
to be
just
on point. It has to be 100. And then your woman has to enjoy it. If the woman doesn't enjoy it, she would keep looking at different men as potential men that will make her enjoy sex. And at the end of the day, she will cheat on you. You find out that you start hearing reasons like, but you don't satisfy me. And the man said, but I give you my all. I mean, we're sweating on the bed. You are sweating, eh? Am I sweating with you?
Okay, look at it, right? A lot of women can be their libido are usually very high. Now, to be fair, to be very fair, just like we said something about women having too many expectations. Sometimes people watch porn and they want to reenact what they saw in porn movies in the bedroom without realizing that God no go do passing selfie.
2 minutes, 2 seconds, everything done.
If the guy cannot go past 2 minutes, he cannot go past 2 minutes, and you need to understand that, right? Do you understand? But there are things that are subject to change. You guys can have a conversation about it. You can talk about it. If you feel like, okay, you need to go for a therapy or you need to see a doctor to see if he can get his sex game up there. It's something you can do.
It's very important.
But have a conversation, try to make it work. And there are so many things you can actually do in order to ensure that
allow the woman enjoy sex. You know why? When she does, she won't look at every man as a potential sex object. And she won't start looking at the size of their penis first before she even thinks of having a conversation with them.
Yes.
Okay? That's one. Number two is that she will not even think of cheating on you. And then number three is the fact that if a man says, my sex game is 100 and I will take it to the moon and back, she'll tell you, my man can do better.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So there is no...
And please, when you say you will take me to the moon and back, you had better mean it, bruh. You had better mean it. Better take me to the moon and bring me back. Or you don't even need to bring me back. Just take me to the moon and leave me all the way there.
Spicing up your life is what we do for a living.
Was definitely. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of The Spice. I hope you enjoyed it. And just in case you're wondering why your woman cheats, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Kind of helps you to know how to get your relationship back on track.
So look at all of this.
We're not bearers of bad news.
No.
We're not trying to get you to end your relationships, but to work on it.
Look at all of these things, evaluate yourself, and then confirm if you're 100% correct or you're 100% good. Mark yourself. Use your hand to score yourself.
Tick off your boxes by yourself.
Exactly.
And please do also subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share. When you subscribe, you get notifications anytime we drop videos like this. I bet you wouldn't want to miss it for anything at all.
Another thing is, do well to comment. We want to hear from you. Interact with us. This is the platform for you to do so at Flow FM TV. We are also on social media, Flow 949 FM on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe at Flow FM TV.
So it's the sensational one, Baby Boo and Queen of the Airwaves signing out. Have yourselves a wonderful time. Bye.